Yeah, you can make art in 5 minutes. Art, real art. And I just think that's super awesome. And this is the really important part. The only rule that matters, make art and have fun. Hello, hello. My name is Sterling Roth. I was doing a presentation earlier on some very techie stuff, and this is very non-techie stuff. So I want to welcome you to the Art and History of the 10 Cubes Challenge. So what is the 10 Cubes Challenge? It's a simple modeling exercise built around extreme limitations on tools and techniques. So here's some examples of what you can make using only 10 cubes. Adorable. Very cool. So what are the rules? There's going to be a series of these. So. Okay, first, use only 10 cubes. Pretty straightforward. Next. The cubes may be rotated as desired. The cubes may be scaled as desired, even non-uniformly, which is pretty cool. Yes, technically, that's no longer a cube. It's a cuboid. But don't be pedantic. So the cubes may intersect each other, and keep materials and lighting simple. So the goal is modeling and composition. Then this is the really important part. The only rule that matters, make art and have fun. So seen here is an homage to The Comedian. So Alpha Channel, the artist here, had fun making art, making fun of art that is in and of itself making fun of art. So I think that's incredible. So shout out Alpha Channel. So the first 10 cubes challenge. So this is what I wrote 18 years ago. It seems Blender is losing more and more of its limitations, but sometimes having limitations can push creativity. So let's take it back a step or two. Try modeling an object, any object using just cubes. Some ground rules might help to further limit you. And then here is a little tank that I made. I actually had to remake this because the original tank I uploaded to Image Shack. Remember Image Shack? Turns out they don't keep those very long. So the original is lost to the annals of time, but I reproduced it later. So that's a little tank that I made. This is what we had to work with when I was feeling so limitless and boundless and free. This is Blender 2.6 here. So this is what I'm talking about when I said, like, oh, no limitations. We need to artificially impose limitations. So this is what we had to work with. So here's what people submitted. It was just a random thread I started on the Blender Artist Forum. I got hundreds of submissions. It kind of blew up. And it was like one of the most active challenges on the forum for years and years after that. So we had, a little Blender logo. We got an Eiffel Tower, Enterprise, some people playing soccer, Mario, some kind of cool action pose, a lawnmower, fun, and another very adorable skateboarder there. And then 14 years passed. So it happened, we had fun, kind of moved on with life. But Bart, the operator of the forum, reached out to me a couple times. He's like, hey, that was fun. We should do it again. So I was like, okay, yeah, and life happens and busy and it took time to coordinate. So I'm like, I'll get around to it. But eventually, we did it. So I have managed this in December on the Blender Artist Forum for the past 4 years. I kind of half-assed it last year because life is hard. But so I, inspired by November, started doing a series of prompts to give people some inspiration to play with. And I'm just going to go through and show you a bunch of art. So welcome to a gallery. Let's look at art. This is a tool for artists, so let's just appreciate some art from our fellow creators. So this one here on the left is Climber by Final Glide. Final Glide hadn't posted anything on the forum for 14 years. But then he posted a 10 cubes art. I think that's incredible. The sword in the lake, beautiful tornado. Luxpaw posts a lot, shout out Luxpaw. A little Wipeout-inspired hovercraft thing. Octopus, that's adorable dog by Sire. I love it. We have a flamingo. This is the flag raising at Iwo Jima. Amazing what you can execute with just 10 cubes. People, you can see the image and you can really get the sense with so little geometry. It's very impressive. I love this old man that CID did down the corner there. Someone remade some other art that they had made. So a cute little train. We got King Kong chasing after a biplane here. F1 cars. We got a Tron thing there. A beautiful sphinx, an atom bomb, some zombies coming from the grave. Again, you can do so much with just 10 cubes, a little bit of lighting, and kind of a suggestion of an image. Got the Batman, love that. Another Wipeout vehicle. This one by Jean-Luc here is a recreation of a Damien Hirst piece, The Impossibility of Death in the Mind of the Living. He took a shark and preserved it in formaldehyde and put it in a tank, and it was on display for years. Some made Clippy, that's fun. Beautiful ballerina, Easter Island head, Indiana Jones. I love this one. It's a firefighter rescuing a cat in a tree. And just so much with just the suggestion and the angles and the composition, you can really capture so much of a scene with so little geometry. And just adding a couple little lights, I'll talk more about the rule benders later. It's a really important part of the process, but just love the vertical view of the cars on the road there by Ogonek in the corner. This one was inspired by Neo in one of the Matrix sequels. Love the monster truck. I made that one in the top corner there. That's Die Hard. He's crawling through the air ducts. And this little campfire on the side, I love just the kind of simple visual style that's executed there. This cat, I love, adorable. This cat, also adorable. Another adorable cat. You could make so many cats with just 10 cubes. You can make dogs, the bird singing joyfully. This is one of my favorite pieces in the world. This parrot is 2 cubes. A parrot sitting on a pirate's shoulder with just the way they're just perfectly intersected. You get the little beak peeking out, you get the wing coming out, and it's just striking how much detail you can execute with just so very little. This one by Jerverqueron, I don't know how to make those letters work in sequence, is truly 10 cubes. They did not scale them in any way, so they get the pedantic 10 cubes award winner. I love the whale. We got the Ice Age critter there getting that acorn, and another beautiful bird by Amy Lilly. Here we have hummingbird, a cactus. Notice that this is a prickly pear cactus. This is not a saguaro. There are no saguaros in Texas, but there sure is a lot of prickly pear. And there is a bell pepper there, which just looks so delicious. A little bit of subsurface scattering on there. Just really helps sell it. Some more art. I'm a big fan of a cheeseburger any chance I get, so a beautiful double-decker burger there. I love the shadeless sushi here, and this space train kind of hovering along. The light to kind of create more detail as it's projected down the tunnel there. I think it really helps sell it. And then there's people who do weird stuff. So there's a lot of cool perspective distortion, like this really wide angle lens looking up. It makes like a Dali-esque elephant. People are doing crazy mirror kaleidoscope things. Very interesting. This one has a mirror right down the middle, so there's technically 10 cubes on this side, but they're mirrored across to each other, so people found ways to cheat around that. Then this is using equirectangular projection. You can get some really cool distortion just based on the camera lenses. I don't know what D. Norman was doing here, but that's very cool. This one I made, so that is from a photograph by Jacques-Henri Lartigue, and it is a race car that was moving along horizontally with a vertical shutter as it swept along. And so you get that kind of slanted movement from the rolling shutter. So this is, 100-plus-year-old rolling shutter artifacts. It also informed the way we think of speed, because you see this the car is moving forward. So I did my best to execute that with the rolling shutter in Blender. And then a nice motion blur for the trail of the car there. So similar, just kind of using different skills and techniques within Blender to kind of execute the concept. And then people do some really cool shadow puppet stuff. So here we have ships sailing to the new world. Just a few scattered cubes and a spotlight casting the shape of the Earth. Beautiful portrait done in shadow. And Alex Gong was doing some really crazy, making entire flags and stuff with a bunch of different lights. So you can take a cube and just have the corner of it just clipping up through the base plane, and you get these really interesting shapes that you can kind of tease out using only those 10 cubes. I just thought that was really cool. I love this, fish skeleton in the oil there. Very fun. So neat. Who cares? Well, let's talk about that. Why does the 10 cubes art matter? Why the 10 cubes challenge is special? Or how I learned to stop worrying and love the default cube. And here we have our good friend Slim Pickens, as seen in Dr. Strangelove, riding the bomb down. So, I love the 10 Cubes Challenge because anyone can do it. Many other community challenges exclusively reward experienced artists. You look at Punisher's challenges, you're not seeing the noobs in there. You're seeing the very high-end artists make the cut, and everyone else is kind of kicked to the curb. Which, like, sucks. You know, it doesn't feel good. It's kind of demoralizing. So having something where you can just make a little guy picking up a weight is really cool. So it kind of lowers the barriers to entry and makes it more accessible. They also take a lot of time and effort to participate in these big challenges, and not everyone has, I'm gonna spend the next month like focused on only this. Like at the high end, like I'm a professional, I have other things I'm doing, I've got a job. So like I can't really commit time to that. So as Asfa here, this was his first post on the forum. This is Bart. He runs the forum. This is one of the few pieces of art he has up on the forum. He's a busy guy. He's got a full job. He doesn't have time to participate in this. So this really levels the playing field and enables everyone to participate. And I think that's really, really cool. Yeah, you can make art in 5 minutes. Art, real art. And I just think that's super awesome. It's good practice. You remove all the other layers of detail. You're really just kind of focusing down on what really matters. So you see like the weight, the timing, the moment of this barbell breaking here. It's all captured in a way that, like, if you had to, you know, get all the musculature right, if you had to get the background right, if you had to get everything else right, it's harder to capture. But you can capture that moment in 5 minutes. Yeah, you can experiment and iterate through things. You can find, like, well, if this arm is straight, then that's one cube. So then I can have another cube over here to do this instead. And it gives you the opportunity to kind of iteratively work through it. And it's just kind of a good modeling exercise to start blocking out what a scene looks like. If you only have like 10 cube-shaped forms to start with, you can go from there. It's only a starting point. So then by starting with a really simple, straightforward block out of the scene, it gives you the opportunity to flesh it out later. And the rules are optional. Sometimes people just need rules to break. So you put a set of rules in front of people, they're gonna find the loopholes. They're gonna find the workarounds. They're gonna find the creative solutions. They're gonna ignore everything you said. And I just think that's so cool because at the end of the day, you're still making art. So you're still following the most important rule. Yeah, sometimes inspiration strikes and the piece grows outside the bounds of the constraints. I personally love every piece of art that anyone has ever submitted, especially those that bend or break the rules. Because this is the only rule that matters. Make art and have fun. You know, we are artists. This is a tool for artists to work with. And if we're not making art, we're not really doing what we're supposed to be doing. So we got a 10 cube Bob Ross here. And what would Bob Ross say? You know, what can you do with your happy little cubes? And I just think it's really important to kind of strip everything away and just take a minute to just remember, like, just make some art for art's sake. You know, we're busy professionals, we're talented, technical, skilled people, but like sometimes just make a guy on a skateboard, you know? So that's all I have. So thank you. I'm on the Blender Arts forum. You can find me there. That's my best internet social place to find me. So, all right, cheers, y'all.